Navy Force Defense.
Force, Defense Force, continue.
Navy, Defense, for continued Defense Force, Defense,
continue.
Navy, Defense, Navy,
Force, continue.
Defense, continue, defense, continue, defense,
Navy,
defense,
Navy, Force,
Navy,
continue,
Force, continue, force, defense.
Force.
Navy, continued.
Force on the B-20 Force.
Force in the Navy, the force, Navy,
Force contained in the Force.
Navy,
Force,
Navy,
Force, Navy, continued. Navy,
Force,
Arse.
Navy,
continued.
Force.
Defense Force, Navy, Force,
Navy, in the Navy.
Navy,
defense,
Force, continued, Force,
Defense.
continued,
Force continued.
Force, Navy, continue, defense, continue, defense.
Force, defense, force,
Navy,
Force, Navy, defense, Navy.
continue.
Force, continue.
Navy,
defense, Navy.